Chat room, are you ready? Get ready for the inverted Keysanity game 3. Oh. Not an ideal mode for rubber match, I would say. I don't think I would like a inverted keys for a game 3. But she is what she is, right? We're gonna have a lot of fun here tonight, guys. I'm excited. I know you're excited. And we're just gonna see some really good runners go out of here. Eri with the massive lead on the start. And an early flute for our runners. So inverted keys, big thing to call out here with how this mode operates, just to start the matchup off, is for the tournament, they've decided to pair the inverted keys with a started charge flute to kind of open the mode a little bit and open the opportunities for the runners. So as we see here, both our runners are electing to go to Mire Shed first, a classic play here in this mode. We see our first map of Skullwoods, so our first bit of information has been found. Let's make sure I get these turned on so I can actually track them. Low. Beep, 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 beep. There we go. And then we're going to see Eri go to 3. I imagine Andy is going to follow suit here. Yep. So again, with the starting flute for inverted, what it really does for the runners is it opens up some more easier free checks. Generally speaking, in inverted, without a charge flute, your options are starting at your house or the sanctuary cave, as it's known in inverted. And you kind of got to go through materials, as we see Andy getting the early boots here in C shape. Okay, so a little bit of an early advantage here for Andy with those boots. And it's kind of a resource game at the start, right? Like getting early sword, getting early hammer, getting early, boots, I guess you could call it. But more preferably bombs, right? Because it unlocks the hype cave, being a 5-item cave that's available for our runners. And neither of our runners have bombs yet. But with that flute, you can kind of just go around and go to other areas of the game, as we see Eri and Andy doing. Eri scoring the early glove in Thieves. So they're able to kind of flex better options and not really worry too much about the resource management to start. We see with Andy's HUD, Skullwoods is a crystal. So that's the first bit of information we're going to see this seed. Andy stealing the key here. Classic play before he goes in through the back. You might actually skip on the back first. In order to kind of just... Okay, so... Yeah, he's going to go through. All right. I was going to say no weapon. He has the option to kind of skip this and maybe come back. But he's like, nah, I'm just going to do it now. Okay, now Eri's going to get his boots as well. He's going to love those. All right, like... Not only like from a skill perspective, but just a fun perspective, our runners are going to be extremely happy to have early boots. All right. And I really appreciate that. Andy getting money here. This is good. Okay. Eri following suit here. So the early money is really nice, guys. Because now Andy will be able to afford bombs. Eri will as well if he elects to do the back check in Skull. But that's a really nice find in inverted. And we're going to see Andy kind of utilize some tech here. Refilling his bombs with this mirror on the drop down. I really like this. This is really good utilization of his resources, but he's gonna find another 3-bomb that Eri just grabbed here as well. That's actually really good, insightful utilization of the kit that you have and for like what you need. So that's pretty heads up by Andy there. All right, Eri getting into the cave here, so I imagine similar play. He does have the cape to make this a little bit easier, but does take a death to the Gibdo there. Unfortunately, does get kind of too close to him on the cape drop off. When you stop that cape usage, you kind of lose inputs for like a second. So that's pretty much what the Gibdo needed to kind of catch up to Eri there. Okay, Andy getting the compass from Mire here in the skull back chest here, and is gonna just say nope. S and Q. He has bombs now. Hype cave is the first thing he wants to do here. Okay, hype cave, what do we got? More bombs. The classic. Map, information, desert palace. Okay. Heart piece. Another map. for Ganon's tower and a red rupee. So nothing too great. The information's nice. Eri taking another death here in Skull. Unfortunate though on the Gibdo movement there. And an uncharacteristic pit there from Eri. I think. Are these early nerves? It could be. Andy going ahead to Stumpy. Just red rupee. Okay, has enough for Dick Game. Is going to head there next. Eri getting through the pot prison there. Nicely done. The Gibdo's the new crab. I mean, the Gibdo is a lot more challenging, I would say, than a crab. But considering Andy has died 4 times in recent memory to that crab in tournament play, I don't know. That might be challenging to kind of say. It could be, right? Like but they were like kind of, Gibdo deaths are kind of like whatever on low percent. So I don't know if it's necessarily nerves. No, that was a sick bomb. I don't think I've ever seen like a bomb boost kind of bounce the player between the cave like that. We see Pearl here off of the distillery, so the bombs were required for that. Okay, nice cut dash there from Andy to avoid the ghost there. So many things do so much damage in this instance, right? Like in the early game with low gears, so it's pretty hazardous area. So seeing deaths like this is not surprising, honestly. All right, Eri getting through his hype cave is going to go back to 3. Probably goes to the distillery next. We'll get his pearl as well. Unexpected pineapple. What a name. Thanks for the tier 1. Appreciate that. No one expects the pineapple, guys. Eri getting his pearl. Andy's going to get his gloves here, so we're going to mark that off. So we're hammer or titans away now from Light World. I had to stop myself from saying Dark World because that's what I'm conditioned to say. But again, inverted. Don't have a lamp yet, so escape's not on the table yet. Inverted keys, I believe, does not have Castle Tower keys vanilla, so it's not like tournament keys, which is the other Keysanity mode within this tournament where they're going to be vanilla. It's not the same. So Aghanim 2 Light World is much less required due to that. Gary just cleaning up the kind of south route stuff here, the dig game, and going to be doing Stumpy. Where do we see them go next? Maybe Mountain at this point? Maybe Mountain? Yeah, we're going to see Andy go Mountain here. Okay. Old Man Rescue. We have the Pearl, so we do have some Light World checks here that are in logic with that Pearl. Old Man is not one of them because they don't have a lamp, but it's it's generally a good play just to kind of get that early. Eri's actually going to say no to that for now and just head straight into the Light World. With it, oh, he almost got bopped by that pink blob there. And that would be bad because if you touch that pink blob guy, he serenades you with a song for like a good, I'd say 20 seconds of text matching. It's like really bad. Right, we see a small key and spec rock for Eri. Andy has successfully gotten through with the old man. It's not an easy thing to do without any kind of like guidance. So like we're talking maybe using boot dashes or flute, but not having like a sword or a hammer. Yeah, Eri not hovering here. He probably just does the bomb lineup to make it fair. You know what? Maybe with the early Gibdo deaths. Oh, misses on the bomb lineup too. Unfortunate. I was thinking maybe with the early deaths, didn't want to risk it. He's getting beaten up by these Moldorm worms, man. Like, that's crazy. That's how rough early Light World gets. And Andy gets a bow from the old man. Okay. Okay. Well, Eri's doing that. He's going to be doing that soon anyways. So I don't think it's necessarily a problem, but the early bow is nice. Andy going in for the hover. Okay, gets this small key to Mire. And Aries elected to say no to the old man for now. Will be going to Quakefish instead. So playing a little tight to logic here. But is gonna miss out on that early bow. Now one thing Andy, well, I guess no, he can't really do. I was saying because he has the bow. Look at that bush placement by Aries, so good. One thing Andy could have done was maybe check out, oh my, is that Vanilla Quake, guys? Is that really Vanilla Quake? God. Andy could have maybe challenged Castle Tower, but with his arrow amount and bomb amount, it would be super, super tight. And we see Titans, so it's required to kind of do this sketchy Dark World play through the Lynels, which are one of the strongest enemies in the game. Will kill you if you're not careful. Fire hits from the Lynels will do 2 hearts. Body hits, I believe, do 4. So you basically don't want to touch them. So when they get here, like, use something like a cape, as Ares doing, or you would just take a flame hit to get some iframes. Okay, Andy's got to be careful here. He's living dangerously on half a heart. Yeah, he's gonna go for the exit door here to get some hearts and maybe a fairy. Meanwhile, Ares is gonna get his Titan mitts. So both our runners now have traditional light world access. There's another key to Mire here as well. Okay. But yeah, Andy's gonna be setting up for the hover here. This is gonna be a tough hover. He should be going to bow here to take out this. No, he's not going to. And it's gonna guard him. So now he has to go for an up left diagonal here. Aerie following suit into Hookshot Cave. He doesn't want to use the arrows. Like, he has a bow, right? Like, did he get the bow? Am I like mesmerized? There's the switch. Okay. I was surprised he didn't use the bow there. Okay, Aerie going for so Aerie was going up for the sword out hover, which is actually a bit faster but a little bit tougher there. Unfortunately, he takes the fall. I wasn't laughing so much at the missed hover, guys. I was more laughing at the I don't think I've seen someone do it without a sword. It just kind of looked a little funny. He just had his hand out and was waving to the beetle. Hey, look what I can do. It's kind of funny. All right, so both our runners now are going to be going to Paradox Cave. Pretty natural kind of follow up to the Dark World Death Mountain play with the kit they have. Just going to get more money in the first 2 chests. Okay, so mold worms are a problem here. So Aerie's gonna have to just hope that there's gonna be a weapon here, or he just needs to S and Q after this. Hammer. So we got the weapon. Okay. And key to pod, key to TR. I believe there was yeah, a medallion here too. Okay. A lot to track at once. It's okay. We're keeping up. Pod, key to TR. Both our runners have ether. Both our runners have bow. Okay. Or hammer, sorry. Alright, so early bow hammer combination for Andy. Very ideal in keys. You like seeing that earlier than sooner than later. You'd like it generally sooner than later, just because it opens up a lot of those early Light World and Dark World plays in Pod and Eastern. We see just money on there. Honestly, I would grab that for Zora, but Andy's going to say no. And we're going to get the early Mimic Cave play here. So this is a consideration of inverted. Is that because of how the mirror and the logic works? Like, you can't mirror to Mimic Cave. And it's the same thing with the Hylia or the Lonely Island here. As we see Andy getting a sword in this Mimic Cave. Is that the developers had to kind of make some changes to how the overworld works. And things like 45, Graveyard, Lonely Island, Mimic Cave, things that you would mirror to from the Dark World, now you have accessibility to in the Light World. And Andy's going to go ahead and dive early TR here with the mirror spot. Aries gonna say no to that play. Okay. In fact, the Tektite is gonna say no to Aerie and just say, you know what, just cool off there, Buster. I have to imagine Aries getting frustrated here. It's like quite a few early deaths. They're not super punishing at this state though, so I want to call that out as well. While no death is ideal, definitely nothing that's like critical at this point. Okay, so nothing so far in TR. Andy is going to spend the key on the Pokédor. This is inverted, so you don't need as many small keys as you normally would in a Keysanity. So it's okay to kind of make this play early. All right, Aerie getting a big key here to Turtle Rock. Okay. So that's bad for Andy. Mainly because it was kind of free here at Bottle Vendor, and Andy's already in here. So he could have checked Big Chest while he was here if he waited, but I guess you're putting this off for longer, so we'll kind of just wait and see what we get here. Just some bombs. Okay. Andy's going to go back through the portal here. I think he wants to clean up to Spiral Cave. And probably here at this point too. I think that's what Aerie was kind of positioning for before the death. Okay, so we got Chicken Coop coming up here for Aerie. Have a little bit of time just kind of get some good focus there. We see Red Rupee. Okay. Oh, Andy's going to back. That's right. So he's going to Laser Bridge here. All right. See, inverted, guys. Inverted. These are the things that are now possible. Okay. Red Rupee. Again, because of nature, how inverted works, we don't necessarily need a key here. Here, meanwhile, also in well, so lots of items flying here. Ice Rod in the back of TR at Laser Bridge. Interesting. That's not a great place for that. Big key to Thieves found by Aerie now. Small key to Pod. And a Boomerang. All right. Andy with the fairy. Saving him. All right. Blind Sight here from Aerie. Another 5 chests. Utilizing some nice mirror block tech here. Has the mirror, might as well. Just a smidge faster to a mirror block. But not really. Another key to Pod. So we have 3 early keys to Pod here. Okay. And a shovel. Early Pod keys. I've talked about this in a couple of other casts. I love me some early Pod small keys. And that's generally what I look for. Andy, what is this? What is this color? God. Big key for Andy here in the Hera basement. Big key to Eastern. Okay. Aerie focusing in now on Lost Woods. You get the tier 2. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, Andy getting the Fire Rod here in Hera. All right. So now has double rod. You know, depending on how Andy's feeling today, and I don't want to over meme this or suggest that this is what he's going to do, because he won't. But the second he finds that TR big key, he can just go back and try and finish TR at this point. You can just hover it, right? Just hover it forehead. I would say that is absolutely not the play he wants to make, because that hover is long and time consuming. Andy's going to make this just by a heart. Okay. Early Spike Cave is nice. And we see nothing on Lumberjack, so Aghanim not required today. Thank God. No one likes Aghanim in inverted. I don't think anyone really likes Aghanim in general, or Lumberjacks in general, but like in inverted, it's like a really big feels bad for keys. Nothing at the Bumper Cave here from Aerie's side. Andy is going to go ahead to South Shore first. Specifically to send a message to the crabs, no doubt. But also to maybe see Bomb Shop here. No, he's going to say no to that for now. Okay. Aerie into the Bumper Cave here. just compass the swamp. Guys, you know Andy's just doing this because, again, he wants to send a message that he won't be bullied by anything in this game. Be it a, you know, a harmless crab. That has definitely not killed him 4 times in tournament play in the last month or so. Alright, small keys everywhere. Ganon's Tower, Castle Tower. Is there Castle Tower small key tracker? There's not. Oh, there is. Pog. I missed what Eri got on the last 2. Did he get a bow as well? I see bow. Bow? Question mark? Bow? Second bow? Pog. Alright, thank you, chat. I let my eyes go adrift for 1 second, tracking that that find that Annie had. Okay, Desert Big Key. Small key to Ganon's Tower, another one. That Castle Tower key. Ice Palace. Dark Palace. So that's 4 known pod small keys already. No GT on that tracker? No. Unfortunately not on this tracker. I know. It's awful. Just remember when I didn't have a tracker, guys, and like everyone hated it. Just like go back to those days, except for it's just for GT in this one niche mode. That's all. Just what did that wait, what was that, guys? Hello? He did nothing to you. Why did you just stab him, dude? Alright, I'm reporting Andy here. Click. Okay, twitch.tv Andy. Report. Reason for report. Andy killed harmless crab live on my channel. Please ban. Okay. Andy going in for the Jesus Dash here to see a powder actually on Hylia Island. Okay. And he's going to go to Hobo now. Meanwhile, Eri, utilizing the mirror well here again in inverted, sees the map of TR on Pyramid. And is now going to go to Uncle. Meanwhile, Andy, we're going to see a shield here on Uncle on Hobo. Maybe that's 2. Maybe that's his second uncle, guys. You don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe we were all wrong calling him a hobo the whole time. And boomerang for Andy. So that means Eri got the red boomerang. All right. All right. So again, this is inverted. So Hylia Island is another one of those locations that are open that would normally require a mirror. Andy going for Ancilla Splash Delete here. Is wasting bombs, unfortunately. Okay, gets it there. Nice. That was pretty risky. He was getting low on resource there. He had one more try past that, but had to be careful. All right, so Eri here in Escape. First chest, just 10 arrows. Thought we weren't supposed to call him... What? What? Alright, blue mail. 10 arrows. Andy doing a bit of a speedy exchange here for blue potion. Nice. Red rupee for Eri. Second chest and escape here. Alright, Andy gonna pick up his Quake here at Quakefish. So lots of items early, not a whole lot of keys, but kind of different big keys for our runners. So Eri with the Desert Big, Andy with the Eastern Big. I feel like Eri with that early TR Big is nice. It's kind of in a free spot, but it's just unfortunate for Andy and his sake that he went TR so early. There's the Ganon's Tower Big Key. A huge play here early from Eri. Getting that required big key. That's in a not so great spot. So you kind of want Andy to cool off here and not get items for him to kind of go to that castle tower early. That being said, he has a couple of routes there, so it's not that huge of a deal. We just have to keep an eye on how things develop. Uncle's a pretty lucrative spot to go to early in inverted, especially with pyramid looming. So Andy going for another Ancilla here. Yeah, nothing at Zora. Area in the Dark Cross area. Blue Rupee. Oh, because it's the small key, that's why. Small key to Turtle Rocks. That's the second one. I believe that's all you need in Inverted. You just need two. Is bad at the things. Thanks for the Prime Gaming. Appreciate it. Alright, Eri is going back to Light World from Link's house. Andy, meanwhile, is going to start his Kakariko visit. So again, lots of good items already. Very early, actually. 25 minutes in. We got a lot of stuff. Missing a lot of keys. So my kind of thought process right now is potentially early pod. Probably a pod Eastern, honestly. Would be nice here. Especially the no flippers. I think that's kind of a... where we're going to end up here. Right, Andy going for the back of skull with that fire rod. Smart. Again, smart utilization of the inverted landscape changes. Right, Eri getting his Castle Tower small key now. Does Andy have a key? No, he does not. Oh, yeah, just easy. Just get the key. Forehead. God. I thought about it today. I'm like, do I just get a plot armor emote, like, for these occasions? I think it's warranted. I don't know. Guys, am I wrong about that one? I think I'm right. I think I'm right. I think it's due now. I think we need one. Eri with now 4 small keys to pod. Okay. Also with a bow and hammer in hand, I feel like... yeah, that's definitely on his radar coming up soon. Okay, Andy here with some hammer strats on Moth. Has to be careful. It's down 2 hearts already. Everything in here with Blue Mail does 1 heart of damage, so you can take 2 more hits before he dies. Small key to Desert found by Eri and Ice Rock give Andy down to 1 heart here. He's got to be very careful. Fighter Sword's not going to help him other than positioning Moth, but there's risk with that. Because depending on how the floor is moving, the spikes are coming at you. Andy trying to just take this nice and easy here. He's waiting for him to get away from those spikes or close to that block there. And there we go. Nicely done by Andy. Clutch fight for a hook shot early. Okay. Okay. I don't know if that's a plot armor moment. I think that's more of a, you know, a skill moment. I don't, you know, I guess you could say plot armor from the small key led to that. And I would agree if you made that claim. But if it's just the hook shot, I would say that's more, it's more, yeah, it's, you know, he kind of worked for that fight. But my that was close. Oh, and there's the red mill. It didn't really matter for that fight, but just for free, right? All right, Eri getting his powder here. Eri also going for the Ancilla. Okay, good. Gets it first try, actually. Nice. Eri double warping here. Unfortunate. Just a little bit too slow through the warp. All right, Andy now going to check out Lumberjacks. Eri's going to be going through Waterfall Cave here. And he's going to get the good news. There's nothing here today. Those 10 arrows up there that we saw earlier from Eri. And Eri, meanwhile, is going to pick up his red mail here in Waterfall Cave. So I expect Eri to also instill again for that small key. Which is nice. Sees the bumper cave is nothing. Okay. Eri about to get that big scam. A big scam at Zoro. God. That's the worst, right? That's just the worst. Eri trying to do in solo there, but unfortunately with the bombs. Those arrow shots did not look good. He knows this, and he stopped. Okay, good. This heads up by Eri there. Doesn't get it in time, and now he's stuck. Oh, no, can get it on the cliff there. Okay. Okay. Tech uncovered. All right. I didn't know you can do that from there, actually. That's really sick. That's really sick. Okay, TR small. I honestly thought he was stuck. I was like, no, Eri, why are you wasting all your arrows? Is this like panic? I'm like, no, he just knows the game way better than me. Dude, like, he just knows the game way better than I do. And to be honest, fair. Fair. All right, Eri going back to Mire area. Gonna head on over to his bakery. Just a heart container here on Desert Ledge. So with Desert here, how it operates is you actually need the book and inverted. So if Desert ends up being a crystal, we're gonna need that book to be able to get in there. There's no, if I have Titan's Flute Mirror, I can't get to Desert that way in inverted. It doesn't work. All right, we see more information here for Eri. It's for Swamp Palace. That's actually a really good map to get. Swamp Palace information on the early game, which I think is just about ending now, is really sick to get. Andy, yes, just pick up the silvers as well. It's hilarious was I actually missed Andy picking up the bow as well. So that's both Eri and Andy I missed. Eri getting Master Sword here at Agina. Okay, that's really nice. Earlier the sword's always better. And that's kind of a gross spot for it. So that's a really nice find here for him. Gets the double actually. I really like the map of Swamp Find, honestly. So we gotta keep an eye on when these runners map. There's so much information to process right now. Alright, TR small for Andy. But that's like keys in general, right? It is a little rough. So hopefully I'm keeping up with the keys. And Andy getting his shovel. Okay. Is Eri going back here to Light World? Needs to pick up. Yep. So he is going to pick up some bombs here. Smart. And utilizing the small staircase there on Blind Hut to do a nice little spin speed. And you should get the TR big key here. So I'm going to pre-mark that for him here. So this should be shuffle for Eri, or is he just cleaning up K45? All right, here's K45. Here's the big key of Thieves for Andy. With another small key to spawn. Another big key here. Big key to ice. Okay. There's the big key to TR. Yeah, that's right, bottle vendor. I knew it was around there somewhere. Heart piece for Eri at the dig spot. And he's just gonna get the bad news of just the red rupee here at Chicken Coop. All right, just a heart piece here for Eri at Race Game. Sick Kid, small key to Tower Pair. Interesting. Interesting. More information on library. It's for Pod. Okay. I don't believe Eri has a bottle yet, actually. So that's a little rough, right? Like that small key for hair could be big. It is only a one item consideration, and it is timely to do. Time consuming to do, sorry. So I'll have to keep an eye on things, see if he decides to do it or not. And he also going to be getting this map here. Oh, did Eri get the same? Because I know Eri hovered the first chest. So I think Eri might have the bottle as well. You might be right there. It's gonna be bad. Bad is mushroom. Okay. Lovely. Both our runners electing to do Smith Chain at the same time. Eri did fail to hover the bottle. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think he did either. That's why I didn't click her off. So, all right. So we're gonna see Smith here from both our runners simultaneously. Here's a nice little sink lamp. Okay. There's a fire source for Eri. That's nice. That's good for him, honestly. It's not great because the fire rod is kind of what you want here, but just having that fire source for some dungeons, such as Mire, is still very nice to have here. Okay, Eri gonna quick flute here to 8 to drop off the purple chest. Needs to walk it. So again, you're in Light World here. You unfortunately don't have the luxury of utilizing that that chest kind of malarkey, you know, where you just have to mirror near the purple chest thief. So we see Hyrule Castle small key. Not relevant today. But yeah, since it's inverted, they don't have that option, so they have to walk the chest over. Okay, and he's gonna do hammer pegs here. Meanwhile, Eri is going back into Village of Outcast area. 4 hammer pegs. Okay. So I feel like maybe both our runners just go to Thieves after this because they're already here. Well, Andy's going for purple chest, right? But Eri's in the neighborhood. Maybe thinking about Thieves. Maybe. It's the map. We see crystals everywhere. Oh my lord. All right. TR is a crystal. Ice is a crystal. I saw swamp. And I want to say pod. No, skull. Pod was 5-6. Okay. And again, his big heat ice. And Eri is going to go in the thieves here. Pod was a 5-6. Okay. I think skull was a 5-6 too. Because I did see a crystal there as well. That's so many crystals there. All right, so we already have tons of crystal information. I'm just gonna say it's this. I'll just mark it as normal for now. It's fine. Andy walking in the purple chest. And Eri going through the hellway. Nice dash. Nice dash, guys. Hell yeah. Is the shovel spot in the Dark World in inverted? No, so it's everything's like the same positions. It's just you need to wrap your head around that, like in a mirror spot that I normally need to mirror to from Dark World to Light World doesn't operate that way. So it's opened in the Light World now. Whereas in Light World now I have opportunities to mirror to stuff that I normally couldn't do into Dark World. So I guess TR like Laser Bridge, Mimic Cave are kind of examples of how that works. So Andy, it was swamp. Okay. I thought I saw another one. So pod and swamp. And I'm pretty sure I saw ice as a crystal too. I could be wrong. All right, Andy gonna go ahead and play escape here. Doesn't do uncle yet? Question mark. All right, Eri making his way to the back of Thieves. You see compass in the maiden cell. Andy with the lamp. And a bit of a faster time here through the Dark Cross. And Eri does not have that big key to the, or that small key to the big chest area. So unfortunately we'll have to put that aside for now. The good news is Andy doesn't have that small key either. So it's not super punishing, but I'll have to see how Andy decides to route it, see if it is. Like, say if Thieves Town small key becomes available in another dungeon that maybe Andy elects to go through. Yeah, Andy doing escape. This is good. So Andy will find his GT big key here at Zelda's cell. So that is a good moment for him. And we're getting more information from Aries' side. We're getting map of Misery Mire now. We see Thieves Town is a pendant, so that was not marked for Aerie. So he knew the risk going in with like a 4 or 5 crystals known. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay, Aries starting to flute here. Where are you headed off to? Back up to the mountain. Okay. This could be like Hera TR. Potentially. Yeah, he's heading to the... Oh, he's going to... Ooh, okay. He's going to clean up Agate Tower. All right. Has the one small key, so can get both items here. Sick ball and chain room for Aerie. Super quick. Red rupee in the first chest. Andy mirror bonking. Hugging the pyramid a little bit too hard there. There we go. Andy's gonna see that map there. It says no to the map. Interesting. That map is not too far away. Bombos. Okay. Bombos at the second chest of Castle Tower. All right. All right. All right. Andy's doing Uncle now. All right. He just wants to do it as the tail end. Okay, so Aries going to go for the Light World Warp here. Sees that TR entry is Ether. TR's entry medallion is not necessarily required in inverted. It could be for key considerations like in niche areas. Okay, Desert's a green pendant. But generally speaking, it's not generally required. So Aries going to go back to Laser Bridge here. This is good. He's going to get his Ice Rod here. Meanwhile, Andy making his way over to Sash Eastern Pod area. So he's not doing Thieves yet. What's Myers' medallion? That's a good question. All right, Andy's getting information on Desert Screen Pendant now. That's a good question. All right, big key. Tower Hera. A big key, honestly. Especially if you knock on a Hera yet. Meyer was Quake. Okay. Thank you, chat. Okay, Aerie is going to make his way over to Hera here. Meanwhile, Andy is going to start off with Eastern. Eastern big key is available to Andy here. So, nice breezy 6 chests. We'll have Pod as a follow-up as well. Pod does not have the big key 4 yet. Big to call out here. Small key to Skull Woods. Big key to Eastern, so Aries got that now. And should get the Fire Rod here. Yep. Okay. So now has both rods. Okay, so we're kind of even now on the items and keys again. The only advantage I may see is that Swamp Small for Andy. I can't remember if Aerie got that. And the big key to Hera. But Aerie's going to say no to that right now. Is going to save Old Man. And is going to be greeted with those silvers. So that's nice. The hook shot? Yeah. But with Fire Rod now in hand for Aerie, I imagine he's probably going to be going there soon. I get it. He doesn't have a small key, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Gain is not that easy to get back to in this route. Well, with Titan's flute mirror, it's not bad, honestly. It's kind of like just having flute for Light World, but you have the Titans and mirror to kind of get there faster. It's not too bad. Actually, you don't need the mirror. You just need the Titans, flute Titans, because that portal opens up. right, so we are going to see Pod Eastern here from Eri. We are going to get another map check. We do see Meyer is a medallion. Okay. So now we know our crystal pendant structure. So Hera is a crystal. Eastern's a crystal. Andy getting a map here for Thieves Town. That's actually really good for Andy at this point. So that's going to put Andy off Thieves, I think. Once he sees that's a pendant. Okay, Hera gonna be getting his big key here to Hera. So again, good that Eri didn't commit to Hera here. Eri got his silvers. Yep. Yep. I'm just making sure I'm collecting the keys right now. And just keeping on that because that's going to drive the conversation for the race going forward. So, all right. So he has his silvers now. Andy is going to the back of Armos. And Eri's following suit here to Eastern. Again, getting that big key, this is a really good play for him. Has the same amount of small keys as Andy as well in the 4 for 4. So they'll be able to do pretty much all pod. No, he didn't skip the big chest. It was nothing. Small key to Skull Woods. And small key to Ganon's Tower. Another one. Okay. So I believe that's enough keys for Ganon's Tower. Now I believe they should have both too. And the big key. So GT's free. So no issues with GT here. So big things we're looking for at this point. Technically, right, Kane? And I say technically because this is kind of an interesting pocket situation for both the runners. And he's saying no to pod. Just kidding. He needs to get the monkey. He needs to escort him. Right, of course. I knew that. So it's an interesting pocket situation for them because they don't necessarily need right Kane to beat TR at this point. Normally with TR, in either normal inverted or whatever, you have to find that big key within the dungeon. You don't have to worry about that. So all you really need the right Kane for is to get to Trinex. And with both rods found and both of these gentlemen excellent hovers, we might see a hover off, guys. How sick would that be if the race came down to a hover? Not really sick. It's not really sick. It's exciting. I don't think it's the pinnacle of gameplay. I think it'd be kind of funny, honestly, to see that go down that path. But it'd be also really cool to kind of see that. I'd be more hyped if they just like both got it first try and it was fast. That would be so sick. All right, small key to Ice Palace for Andy here in pod. Sick as in gross. Yes, exactly. Well, I mean, they can both do it, so it's not like it's an anti-hover conversation. It's just, God. I just think it would be really cool if they like both were doing it at the same time. They just both nailed it. That'd be kind of sick. All right, Andy's setting up for the rail clip hover. Speaking of hovers, gets the map. This is a common thing with Andy. Okay. Gets the second bottle here. I find he maps a lot when he hovers. It could be just how he holds the controller. I'm not sure. He loves his maps. I don't think that's necessarily correct. All right, so we need flippers. We don't need book. We, again, I'm going to call it, we technically don't need Red Cane. What else do we need here? Like, Ice is completable. Eastern's completable. Pod big key, I think, is the main thing we need here. Chat, for the love of everything, please tell me I made a mistake. Okay, Skull big. Please tell me I made a mistake and Eri has the Swamp Small. I feel like that was free. I really don't want to get into an instance where Eri doesn't have that Swamp Small. Because I forgot where it was. Okay, Red Case is free. Never mind. The hover off is off, guys. There's no hover off. Hover. Small key to pod, just for free in pod. Cool. Good comedy there. Another nice Armos fight for Eri there. Oh yeah, it's Hookshot Cave. Oh no! It's not a meme. Oh, no. Okay, well, flippers are not found yet, so it's not too bad. So flippers ends up being in, like, TR. Like, say, right side, locked behind that red cane. I feel like that's fine. Because you eventually go there anyways. Yeah, no, it's chat called it out. It is in Hookshot Cave. Joggled my memory. I remember making some comment about it with Andy getting it there and saying that was big, but it's really tough to kind of keep up with it. Chat's like, now you know how I felt when you didn't run trackers for like for the cross key seed and the invitational. I'm like, you know what, guys, I get it. All right, I get it. Tracking's hard. Just bombs in the vanilla key, big key spot for pod. Ari about to check that as well. That's the last check that Andy was able to do. It'll be one of the first checks Ari can do. I'm surprised Ari's checking it so aggressively with only 4 small keys, but can do all of pod with only 4. Just has to flex a little bit on the right side. But has already burned that key, rightfully so, on the middle chest. I always feel like, or the middle door, I always feel it's always the right call just to use that. Just make your pod faster, please. All right, Andy going back to TR area. Has that red cane in hand? Is gonna say no to it and say, you know what, shut up, Solsky. I know what I'm doing. Andy on his way to... He's got mirror out. What are you doing, Andy? Stop. Oh, he's going back to big chest. Okay. Okay. All right, Ari getting a bottle here now. Small key. Dark Palace. Nice meme. Yeah, so I could get this and yeah, crystal switch here. Probably mirrors and then goes back. And then probably does front after Trinex, I feel. It's the fastest way I think you can read this. Big key to Swamp Palace. Gross. Okay, so again, that elusive... Oh, no, he's just going to go in. Okay, yeah, I think this is faster still. So that big key to pod is still quite elusive. Ari picking up his right cane. Big pog. So for Ari, I'm a little concerned, but not really about that swamp small. And mainly because flippers are still not found. So I feel like it's not detrimental to Ari not having that swamp small. And at this rate, he's going to get it before flippers at this point. I feel like flippers are past that. Like maybe a Mire dip. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Ari is going to do the nicely done with a hammer jump there. And check out this dark maze. Meanwhile, Andy is on his way to Trinex. I'm surprised the street crew took down the confetti and the banners for the hover off so quickly. Andy going for behind the back Trinex stacks with hammer. That is risky and misses. Should not get this third hit here, actually. It moves too fast, so I don't know if Andy knows this. Okay, 1. Yep. Needs a third one. He's going to miss that one, too. It's just a little too slow on the third. But that was mainly because of his positioning. It wasn't so much for him. Oh, I caught that on Ari's side. That was such quick reaction from Ari. So impressive. Those are like the little things you kind of miss, guys, in races, right? Like, but... I just caught it with that pig throwing the spear at him. He just kind of mid-dash just cancels. Avoids the spear to redash. Skull big chest, nothing for Ari. Nice follow-up for the finish. The Trinex kill for Andy. Another map. For the Tower of Hera. Okay. Okay. So Andy, 3 crystals to 1 so far on Ari. But Ari is heading to the back of Skull here. This is good. I believe Ari has that Skull small key anyways. He does. Yes, 2 actually. And he's gonna get the last one here in this chest. Guys, like, how far do you think Eri's gonna roll his eyes to the back of his head when he sees that skull small? That's such a meme spot, honestly. Nothing in the spike chest and TR. This is the key to this dungeon. Sick. He's gonna roll it to Mars. Mars is the correct answer. It's precisely what I would do. I would see that. I'm like, come on, man. Like, it's gross. Really nice movement here through the Gibdo hallway for Eri. Really clean. No issues here. Snap for a substantially easier moth fight, I would say, for Eri's side. So Andy with the 2 checks here in TR, nothing of note. So he's done here. And Eri with a super quick moth kill. Right, Andy mapping, getting the information on some of the remaining crystals and pendants. Very quick menu. And he's more than likely going to just be heading to Hera here. All right, Eri charging his flute. Done with Skull. Where are you going next? He's going up to the mountain as well. I imagine this is the follow-up as well with TR, but also that hookshot cave. Has the hookshot in hand, guys. This is good for Eri. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Okay, Eri or Andy with the hair pot there. Just a couple of tries there, not too bad. But yeah, Eri gonna follow up with a hookshot cave, get the remainder of the goods here. Map to Eastern Palace. Already know. There's that swamp small. Perfect. Big key to pod in Hera. This sea, guys, it's close. It's close. Go mode, swamp, ice, Pog. That's the information Andy just gained there with that that find. Needs another sword though, guys. He needs another sword. So if Andy hits Flipper Go with a sword remaining, he has a very difficult decision to make at that point. Does he start checking things in GT? Potentially burning time. I think Eri's in a really nice spot here with that sword, honestly. We'll have to go through the rest of the TR stuff here. So it's going to be he's a little behind in that aspect to Andy. But the sword is the unknown factor here, right? Like if the sword is bad and it takes forever for Andy to find one, then it's going to catch him up on time eventually, right? All right, Eri getting the big kid swamp there. But this is going to be a super fast Keysi though. With knowledge of ice and swamp being Gomo because of flippers, you know you don't need to check anything in there. So if you're Andy, you're hoping for like really a free sword on those chests along the way in swamp or ice ahead of GT. Okay, meanwhile, while Andy takes a quick little break here, waiting for the tiles to go through, Eri is going to go with behind the back Master Sword strats with a hammer combo. Really like that, actually. Wow. Okay. Wow. This is going to be a fast fight, guys. But we have in Hera basement the flippers! That's not bad for Eri. Eri has the small key. Just because something's in Hera basement does not mean it's bad. Okay, so we're gonna get Spiral Cave here for Andy. He still needs to find a sword here. But Andy is essentially in item go mode, minus that sword. So it's gonna come down to if Eri feels like he needs to min-max time and not check Hera basement. We have to keep an eye on Eri's screen once he heads on over to Hera. That could define the series here, Because if you say no to that Hera basement, I just imagine you go to Mire right ahead of it. Andy's still kind of looking at information here, so I feel like he's still trying to figure out his go mode. But he sees the pendant here. He saw the pendant TR. He knows the pendant desert. He might not have Mire's map. Doesn't know if Ice or Mire the crystal got it. I don't know if he saw that on the second one. Oh, he skipped Mire's map on Pyramid. Oh. Andy, no. So that could come down to a decision which one you want to do. I think at that point, you don't have Mire's big, so it's an obvious ice dip, honestly. I don't think it's that bad at all. If he runs into Mire big and doesn't have information still, then it's a 50-50. Andy knows all 7 crystals. Thank you. Okay, Ari finishing up here on TR is going to get through the ball and chain here. Has pods big now. So Ari, for him, he has to kind of go through this segment of mid to front. Because Andy dipped mid first and early. So Ari didn't have those checks done. So that's why he's kind of going through the reverse here. If you're wondering, like, why is he going all the way to the front like this? The story is because he never touched TR. So it's like the first time he's touched it all game. So. Is it plot armor if there's a sword on Pop Boss? No. I think it's plot armor if there's like a sword at like Moldorm 2. Okay. Like, you can't just call it an item spot and say it's plot armor. Especially with 4 swords in the pool. Yeah, these are the rules of engagement with the plot armor. Small key to Ganon's tower. Okay. So Ari is going back to Light World here. I imagine this is to route into Hera. And again, guys, that's going to be the big moment here. At least at this portion of the race is, does Ari go to Hera basement? I think he does it. Mainly because he doesn't have very many options past Hera at this point, right? Like, he has pod to dip into. But after that, what does he do? Andy's fluting to 3 here. He's not now. He's fluting away. Fluting to 4. Okay. Yeah, so at this point, he's just going to clean up his crystals. So he's going swamp first, probably into ice next. No. No, he's going into Light World? Question mark? Oh, yeah, this is swamp. Yeah, this is swamp. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Ari doesn't have the small key to Hera. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. Oh no, that's not good at all. Where was that small key, chat? Oh, my brain is mush. I thought he had it for sure. It wasn't even on my tracker. I just thought he had it. It was on Sick Kit because of the bottle. Oh my god, that's so trash. That's so trash. Oh no. Oh god, dude. Oh, that's so rough. This is substantially bad for Ari. I think with the recent bottles, he goes back to Sick Kid, but does he have the stomach to reclimb Hera? That's a big commitment. This isn't like regular Link to the Past, guys. He doesn't have the option to flute to 1 and just climb the mountain with the mirror. He has to go around to the right side of the mountain, check out the warp, and then come back around. It's a big time commitment to come back to that basement. Oh, man. When I said that, like, that Hera small could be big, I didn't think it was going to be this big. But Andy still needs a sword. In Andy's position, though, guys, Andy's in a much stronger position. He is an item go. Minus the sword, he has path to all 7 of his crystals. He can keep cherry picking these chests along the way. Yes, he's losing time per chest. That area eventually won't have to do here in Swamp Ice. Gets the book here in Swamp. Okay. But Eri won't have to do all this stuff. That being said, the longer it takes Eri to get to that small key and get back to Hera. Guys, if you're functionally in Go, you're not going to desert area. you have a double pendant there, and you have GT available. There is 0 chance you go to desert area at that point. Yeah, he is not doing a Gina, guys. There's no way. Okay, we have the Argus fight here. Eri is pretty close to Helma. Just has to go through the second mimic room here. Has to do Fighter Sword Argus, so this is going to be a little bit slower. Fire Rod on the puffs. Okay. Okay, tough guy. Calm down. Oh, yeah, see what you got? You try to be fancy? He's actually trying to kill them faster. He's not being fancy. But still, it's pretty funny to see. He has 3 puffs out. What is this? Get out of here with that. Now we're seeing all the tools come out in this match. This is great. Another fire rod shot there for Andy. Okay. Easy silver lineup for the Argus kill there. Nice. Terrapin kill nicely done by Eri there as well. Crisp and clean. So story here, unfortunately, is Eri's not. Oh my god, it's such a bad spot. I don't know, chat. I'm worried here. I'm worried for Eri here. The main thing that's helping him here is he knows he's a flipper away from go mode, so he's not gonna waste time going to ice. He might do it for a crystal, but that's about it. He knows he's not gonna find flips there. Small key to gain this tower. Okay. Pot's finished off for Eri. Crystal count is 5 for 6. With Andy 6 in the lead. He is in his 7th crystal here in ice. Still looking for a sword. Still has not found one. So we see 10 arrows here at the Pengator chest. He might do Misery Mire though. That is true. I think that Eri in his case will probably do Misery Mire ahead of that Hera basement. It's you know, it's all about that feel, right? Like he's gonna, I think he checks in bottle first, if I want to be completely honest. But I don't think, like, I think he's gonna really just groan about it, and then I think he just says, you know what, no, I gotta go to Mire instead. If he goes to Hera though, that's gonna be such a sick call. Because at that point, it's like pure defense, right? Mire's big key is in ice. That's so good for Eri. That's so good. This game is saying to Andy and giving him every reason to dip Mire. Chat room, he's not going to Mire ahead of GT. Don't make me yell, chat. I'll do it. I'll do it. Not only does GT have 22 checks, you have more chests on path to Aga 2. There's zero reason for Andy not to do Aga 2 when he needs to do it. Eri going in for the small key. This is part 1, guys. Is there going to be a part 2? Do we see a flute to 1? If we see a flute to 1, this is going to be one of the sickest calls this tournament. What does Eri do? He's thinking about his placement. He's dashing. Where is he dashing to? Is it Puchek? No, it's not Puchek's. He's already on those. Graveyard. Okay. What does he do after Graveyard, though? I'm surprised by the play, honestly, because I didn't even think of it. He's going Mushroom Act. No, wait. What's going on? Mushroom. Okay. Is this like an oh no moment? I've had this mushroom forever. Or just bullies the cold stare puffs with the fire rod. Half magic fire rod is your best friend when you're low sword, honestly, for cold stare. All right, Andy has 7 crystals, guys. This is 100% a GT. 100% a GT. Aries fluting to 1. Oh, is this the play? There's nothing left. It has to be. Wait, did he do Spike Cave? Hold on. Did he do Spike Cave? He's going up. Oh, this is Big Pog. This is Big Pog. This is Big Pog. Close race. Now it's all down to where is this sword? Okay, Eri. You've got a chip in the chair, dude. Play your ass off. That's all you got to do. Andy heading on over to GT. I think this really comes down to now. This is a really tense situation for both our runners. Eri now getting that late small key. He's going to see those flippers. He's going to freak. But he's not out of it yet. Andy's situation is way worse. Doesn't have that sword. Where does he go? Does he go Room of Hope first? He does. Bombs. Heart piece. Andy mirroring out. We might see an early... He's going to continue. Okay. I was going to say we might see an early torch check, an early Stalfos check. 300 on the torch. Guys, I got what's those called? Those gamer goosebumps right now. I feel like Andy's putting himself in the path of success though by checking these chests. Has mirror equipped. This might be an early in and out. I think he climbs here. Does he do right side or does he climb? He climbs. I was wondering if he was going to go for an early in to just check those early items and leave. And that's what he's going to do. Eri getting the flippers. And Andy is praying for this sword to be on the climb. Eri going over to clean up his dungeons. Again, does not have to open up a single chest on these routes. That being said, it's a substantial time. This is all going to come down, chat. This is all going to come down to if Andy can get this sword on this climb. If he doesn't get a sword on this climb, it's going to be disaster. G1 down for Andy. Eri draining the swamp. Calling it 3 down. Utilizing the fire rod. Smart play here by Andy with only on the fighter sword to maximize his time in these rooms. Knows that it is quicker, especially when traveling to the door. Here he gets the key spot here, and Swamp is heading on over to the gate mechanisms to flood the swamp. Hold arm 1. Lamo 2. Lamo 3 down. Andy making his way to Wizrobes. Does he get it here, guys? And at this point, you have to have it in his mind. Did Eri has to be reflecting on that hover that missed for that sequence, right? He would have got that early bottle and would have gotten that early key. He didn't necessarily do too much after that anyways, but still. Okay, Andy torches 2. This is a big moment, chat. We're getting back in the chest here on the climb. Mirror shield, not what he's looking for. Arrows, not quite. Maximizing his time here, getting the big spike. Arrows. No, chat, it's not gonna be. There's no way, right? There's no way, right? Eri almost at Argus here. What do you have today? It's a heart piece. Andy has to continue on. No sword found. The freest sword for Andy right now is in that Agena cave. There's a very good route for him there. He does have Myers' big key. I will call. He does have Myers' big key. He probably heads to Meyer. And he might even do Agena while he's there. I think that's the thing that we're gonna see here. I think that's the thing. I keep saying thing. I think that's the route here. There's not much else for him to do. Like desert, he has the option to go into, but you do Agena first before desert, right? Meyer, maybe you just dip right in. I don't know. I don't think there's a way he doesn't do Agena here though. Eri finishing off swamp. Still needs ice to climb. Still needs to climb. And he has a substantial advantage here. Where does he go? That's the key consideration. There's not much left. He's going back into GT. Right side. Doubling down on the tower. Okay. Eri on his way to ice. This makes a lot of sense. This is actually a really fast route in inverted too. First check. Heart container. Blue rupee. Arrows. Bombs. Getting the key, leaving. Staying in GT. Eri is almost that cold, guys. It's super quick with that icebreaker. He still needs to climb GT, though. If there's no sword in GT, it's going to be so close. It's going to be so close, guys. Is there a sword here at the firebar room? And he's falling on the pit, a little bit of nerves. Getting a heart piece here, no sword. Chad is sweating it out. Eri, meanwhile, as fast as he can, stair clips. Is almost that cold. Winder room. A sword! And he's going further into Stelphos room. He wants more. Oh, this is certainly over. Or is it? I think it's too much time now. The greed to look for tempered here. Ballsy. And will now have a just very quick dive here into Ganon. This is certainly over. Andy entering in the phase 1 of Ganon. Meanwhile, Eri finishing off the final crystal he needs at Cold Stare. And chat, the uncertainty of inverted keys smiling upon Andy today. And it was all because of hovering. The anti-hover stands just in shambles right now. You're dashing his way to GT. I'm afraid it's too little too late. Andy already on phase 3 of Ganon here. Utilize that blue potion. He is just a couple of silver hits away here, guys, from the semi-finals. Needs to be careful here. I was so close. That was so close. Oh, the nerfs! Freezes him. That's an easy one for you, Andy. There we go. Unfortunately, with Eri catching up with that God Call to Flippers, it is not enough, guys. Andy! Top 4. How about that, guys? How about that race? Oh my god. A 121 inverted keys. Are you kidding me? What a race, guys. What a series. It went the distance, the best of 3, which is what I hoped. I wanted this one to be a little bit closer at the end, but I got to watch a great finish here with all of you. And Eri's gonna finish it off. Hell of a run by Eri. Fantastic runner. But that hover just not on his side today. And it proved to be the difference maker. Woo! Just the double unfortunateness of not having that bottle early to the small key for sure. But yeah, good game to both our runners. Special GT to Eri, honestly. Fantastic runner, played great all series. Again, sometimes, guys, it's just not your seed, right? But he played it well, and he should be proud. Will there be any interviews? I don't believe so? Question mark. I normally don't. But yeah, I think I'm gonna continue to not, at least for this. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Holy moly. I guess I just gotta cast more of Andy's matches, guys. It's unfortunate. Even if Andy did, someone asked me earlier, even if Andy didn't proceed on, I was still gonna be casting more matches for this main tournament. pending availability, of course. But you guys are gonna get treated to some more. Thank you so much, guys, for the support and the love. Enjoying the match with me. I had a lot of fun tonight. I know you guys had a lot of fun too. And we'll be back. Might not be doing a fight night again this Saturday. I might be taking an extra break. There's a couple things I want to take care of first. And then I think the following week we're going to definitely have one. So I might be able to, if there's like a weekend match, I might be able to cast that. But I don't think I'll be hosting a fight night this weekend again. So it'll be two not happening, but you know what? It's fine. Quantity over quality is or quality over quantity, sorry, is what I say. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. That's gonna do it for me. Holy I still can't believe it. Holy moly, what a series. I enjoyed every second of this. Like it was so good. And it's just gonna get better, right? It's just gonna get better. All right, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Actually, no, sorry, Aries still racing. What am I saying? I got lost so much in the moment. I forgot to change his audio too. That's rude. Let's follow Aries as he finishes here. I got lost in the moment there. I'm like, oh my god, this was such a great series. Woo! I'm not cutting the feed. No one leave. No one leave. Get out of here, Zebra. No one leave. That would be a waste of Aries' talent, honestly. Not to cast the rest. Nothing to see here. Excuse me? There's everything to see but greatness here, alright? Honestly thought Ari might have forfeited, but then I saw like movement on his screen. It just says minimizing my OBS. So I was like, oh, okay. But yeah. Everything but greatness? No, everything with greatness. Did I say but greatness? No, I meant the other thing. All right, guys, you're gonna learn a thing or two. All right, just watch. Gets a really easy phase 2 there on the pattern. Okay, Ari now entering in the phase 4. Does have silvers as well. Perfect Ganon fight so far, I want to call out. Oh, the boomerang. Unfortunate that he got robbed there. That was sick positioning. He got robbed, guys. But we'll have a nice, easy single follow up here. Ari finishing. Well done. Ari now finishing, guys, with official time of 1:28:16. But thou must. And I forgot to read what it was. Oh, that's it. But thou must. But thou must have the greatest of series within this tournament. And have fun. GG's, both runners. Now we're done, guys. I got way too excited there. I got way too excited. My bad. All right, guys. I'm done for the night. I gotta go eat. I gotta go calm down. Rain Kelpsy, oh my god. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Oh man, did I get the raid again? Hello, gamers. What's good? I just looked over where my Solski stream was, and then I saw my face. Hi, everybody.